Hello, good morning, Philadelphia. I'm Katie Easterly with Coldwell Banker Preferred in Center City, and spring is finally here. It is March 9th, and it's supposed to hit almost 80 degrees today, which is fabulous. It feels great, and a lot of potential sellers who were thinking about putting their homes on the market, they're finally doing it. Spring market is picking up. We expect to see more inventory hitting the shelves here in the next few weeks. And as realtors, we're excited to get going, get into the spring market, and take us on in through the rest of the year. So with that, when more sellers start to come out and say, hey, we're ready to list our home, and we go on more listing presentations, often we will hear sellers that they have a predetermined number in their heads of what they think their home is worth. And they can even look at the comps that we present and go, Katie, like this all looks good. I see that my neighbor's house sold for $250,000, and that house back there a few blocks away that's very comparable sold for $260,000. But I really think my house is worth $300,000 because I did all these improvements to it and I just think my house is great, so I want to list it at $300,000 or whatever the number is. A lot of times sellers inflate the value of their homes in their minds. And so this video, I just wanted to talk to those sellers and talk through some of the negative implications and what happens when you price your house too high from the get-go. So what I always tell my clients at listing presentations, the first 3 weeks that a house is on the market, those are the most critical. It is absolutely essential that we nail that initial push out the gate in order to get you, to bring you success in your home sale. Why 3 weeks? When your house first hits the market, okay, you become the new kid on the block. You're the sexy new addition to the inventory. And eager buyers who they're pre-qualified, they know exactly what they want, they've been waiting in the wings, they've looked at all the existing inventory. If they can't find something, trust me, they are watching their MLS portal every day. And their realtors are too, watching for what new stuff is going to hit the market. And when a new house hits the market, it is the new latest and greatest thing, okay? It pictured as a brand new product that's very anticipated and it hits the shelves. All eyes are on it. And when you come out the gate, you want your home to not only be in the best showing shape possible in terms of cleanliness and staging and all of that, you want to be priced competitively, okay? If you come out the gate and you're priced way above market value, the first thought that buyers and their realtors are gonna think is, they're overpriced. They're overpriced. Why are they overpriced? Do they have something special? Do they have a secret wine cellar or a fancy rooftop that no one else does? What makes their house special? And when they go to that house to subsequently view it, if your house is right on par with other homes that have sold in the area at lower prices, you're not necessarily going to get that price. And right off the bat, those buyers and realtors are going to think, wait. They're going to think, wait it out. And let's see what happens over the next few weeks, okay? So let's say that you put your house on the market and it was overpriced by about 20, 30 grand. First few weeks go by. You have a lot of initial interest, and then what happens? That interest drops off. You know why? Because people are watching you, but they're watching to see what your next move is gonna be. Okay, so time goes by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, then we get to 30 days, okay? Interest starts to wane. And why does it start to wane? Because you're no longer the new kid on the block. There's new inventory hitting. And God help you if new inventory hits that is priced competitively, because you know what? Your overpriced house just helped sell the competitively priced house down the block, okay? So 30 days, interest starts to wane, not a lot's happening. Then let's say you get up to 45 days on the market, okay? That's when buyers start to say, it's 45 days. They're approaching 2 months. You think they're desperate? You think that they'll take a lowball offer? Could happen, okay? And keep in mind too, as these days are ticking by, you're still paying that mortgage. It costs money to hold a house you don't want anymore, so you're paying that mortgage. Now let's say you get to 60 days, and then 75 days, and then even 90 days, okay? When you start getting into that territory, the mindset of the general population starts to shift to, what is wrong with that house? You could have a perfectly great house, but at this point, if it's still on the market, and if you haven't thought of any price reductions or changed your strategy at all, people are going to start to think, What's in that seller's disclosure? Are they hiding something? What is happening? And your home, whether deserved or not, can start to get a negative stigma. And that's the last thing as a seller that you want, okay? You want your home to be in the best light possible. So, what are some of the things up front that you can do to make sure that you're pricing your home competitively? First thing, work with a licensed and competent realtor, someone who knows the area, they have experience in the neighborhood that you're trying to sell in, and make sure that they are pulling the right comps. Remember, comps, correct ones, you're not looking at what the sales prices are, or the list prices, excuse me, you're looking at what the sold price was. Pending and sold prices are your best friend. So have a really good realtor pull those for you and talk through a pricing strategy. The other thing, make sure you know your agent's marketing strategy. What are they doing to work for you? What are they doing to get your home out there and in front of as many eyes as possible? Make sure that they lay out a very clear and step-by-step marketing plan for you so you know exactly what they're doing to go to bat for you in your home every day. And then finally, we do have some clients who, even after looking at the comps, even through talking through the marketing, they've seen everything. They still decide, you know what, I know my home is maybe only, the market's telling me it's worth $275. I want to list it high. I want to list it at 300 or 310, whatever the number is. Okay, as your realtor, if that's really what you want to do, I will list your home at that price, but this is then what I encourage you to do. We will talk through up front a price reduction contingency plan, okay? So we will know up front, if you're gonna list your house high, what steps and what time intervals are we gonna set up in place to do strategic and well thought out price reductions to regenerate some of that interest and get your home back in front of buyers' eyes. So those are just a few tips. Again, for my sellers out there, price your home competitively. A good realtor will know how to do that for you. And happy selling as we go into the spring market. I'm Katie Easterly, Coldwell Banker Preferred. All of my information is below. Reach out anytime if you have questions. I would love to go to bat for you and help serve you. Have a great day, Philadelphia. Bye.